I got inspired by this little magnetone, and I'm going to try and make one from scratch. So I think I have all the parts. I have this copper sheet, and I'm going to try and bend it to make the chassis. So the first thing, so the chassis is 2 inches. So what I did is I cut some pieces of wood to match the width. And I'm going to try and use these to bend it. So I know it's going to be a pain in the butt, but I think it might work. I put the pieces of wood on the bottom and I sandwiched it. So that'll give me a 2-inch bend. Put it in the vise, and then I'm just gonna pull it and try to get a bend. Okay, so that actually worked. It wasn't too hard. I wound up using a small sledgehammer and tapping it like that, and then actually the sledgehammer, not just tapping that out. So now I got to bend the other side. There it is. So the inside has a protective plastic film that I left on, so that if I have to make connections or something. And plus I'm kind of liking this weathered look. I don't know, I might polish it. So let's see how we did. Wow, that's pretty darn good. Not too bad. Alrighty, step 1. I still have to cut out the ears here cut this little piece off so that this can slide into the groove. So here's the ears. Okay, so now it's time to go and see what power transformer I can use. Time to go deep into the parts. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through there and see what I can use. I found a output transformer, but I couldn't find a suitable power transformer in my junk bin, so I had to order one from eBay. And while that is coming, I decided to start cutting some plywood for the box. So this is a little bit thicker than what I wanted, but I had it on hand, so I'm going to see how that works. So I'm going to cut the grooves in here before I cut the bottom part. So I'm using this on top of the chassis, clamp it down, and then I'm going to use it as a guide to saw a channel with the handsaw, and then I'm going to do the same to the other side. Here's the sawing rig. There it is. It's starting to take shape. Pretty rough carpentry, but
Oh, you watch on this side.
my wife, who's an artist, noticed that this looks like a face, and man, it sure does. Oh man, Now I can't cut that out. It totally looks like a face. All right, there it is. Here's where I'm at with the amp box. So this still, I'm going to sand these corners to round them off, and I need to sand that off. Here's the speaker, where the speaker is going to go, and then I had this rice bag. Bought rice and it came in this, and then cut out a piece for my speaker grill that's going to go like that. Okay. All right, that's what it's going to look like. I think it's kind of cool. So I still don't know what I'm going to do with this because it is such rough carpentry. So one thing is I will definitely round out those corners. And then here's one mistake I made right here. You can see that I shouldn't have sawed all the way through. Lesson learned. So I'm just going to probably put some putty in there, and then from the back, that's what that's looking like. So my speaker will go in here, just like that, and then this will just screw in to the front board. And the input jack will go right there. I just got some parts in. Pardon me. There's my input jack right here. So one thing I was thinking about is that I might not even put a volume pot. I'm thinking of just a power on and off and have this thing always full signal. Because the other little amp that I have that's similar to this, I always run on 10 anyway, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to just have an input and that's it. So I'm still waiting on the power transformer. I ordered some parts, so I got, some caps and this, so I might I'm still gonna work on the cabinet for now, and I'm not sure what kind of finish I'm gonna put on this. Once I sand it down, I'll figure that one out, but it's coming along. I really dig the grill cloth. It came out nice. Looks pretty cool. The one thing about that grill cloth, it tends to unravel the edges. So I took some of this glue and then I watered it down, and then I just brushed it on here. And that seems to be working. It's holding the threads in. I cut out some little pieces of wood. They're going to go right there, and then this is going to be my cover, my back cover. There it is so far. So I took a plumber's torch and I did that, and then I put a coat of boiled linseed oil. There it is. I've settled on building the 5C1 circuit instead of copying the Magnatone. So it uses the same SJ7, 6SJ7 preamp tube. So I'm going to use this this Champ circuit, and I had thought about putting a 10-inch speaker, but I went with the 8. So I'm going with the 8-inch speaker. Still thinking about no volume control, and just the input. And I am going to clean up the copper. So that's going to be next, is to work on this. I still don't have the power transformer. It's in the mail. But I'm going to start cleaning this up, and I can start working on the input side, which is going to be on this side. This is going to be my signal input, and then my power cord is going to be on this side with the power transformer and the rectifier tube and everything on this side, and then the actual audio amplifier is going to be on this side of it. All right, so next we'll be cleaning that copper chassis.